Hopefully you guys can hear me. This is my very first time doing a live stream ever. Um, and yeah, so I learned how to use OBS just yesterday. But yeah, super excited. We're gonna try to do this at a regular cadence. Um, be monitoring the live chants. Um, that's good to hear. And we're just gonna take this very laid back, as in, people stop by, people don't, maybe work for an hour or 2 hours, maybe even shorter, who knows, and then just have some good music going on. And you can ask me any questions, generative art, crypto related, I'll answer them. Uh, but if not, just gonna be working on Publico today, and thought it'd be interesting to kind of work with you guys on creating the art, if that's the right way to say it, the art of Publico, for a public piano, because I started it halfway yesterday and I just had a lot of fun and thought that it would be fun to capture on stream. It's just the creation process of Publico. So yeah. If that sounds great to you guys, just any questions about anything. Sometimes I may just like go on Twitter, look at other things, look at inspiration or whatever, and just kind of speak my mind on what we're seeing. But yeah, I do know that yesterday Matt Dezel dropped something on Art Blocks. Let me see if I can find it. God, this website sometimes is a little frustrating. Dezel. Is it Playground? Matt. Oh, Meridian. We found it finally. Yo, Ash. Just gonna want to look at this more in detail. The Meridian just dropped yesterday. Sorry, my screen is consistently popping back and forth. Right. Huh, so how is it animating? Oh no, that's done. It is a canvas element, so it's probably just the old-fashioned way. And it is not performant though, it is hogging my CPU, so I want to say this is not GPU accelerated via shaders. It just is so slow or something like that. What am I looking at? Meridian. I'm just gonna go on and see. What kind of blending modes are you talking about? Are we talking about like multiply, things like that? Multiply, burn, lighten, those kind of effects. Man, how do you search for? Okay, here. Wow, these have some. Whoa, I've never seen this one before. Ash, have you seen one of these with more boxular forms? Let's see what comes up. See these stronger cut lines. That's really nice. It's interesting to see that these are not just dots. They're small strokes, almost like a pen. Yeah. So church, yes, we can do those. I mean, I guess the idea is just if Photoshop is coded, we can do that as well. You'll probably be surprised, but most of these are not too hard to do. Just if you, especially if you use shaders. But I probably, would take, wouldn't be the best to answer that right now, Church. But wow, look, I thought they were just dots, but it seems clear to me that there's some kind of line form to them, giving it seriously kind of this pen vibe about it. So I don't know that it really gives you this plotter feeling, and I don't know how to describe it, but it's this kind of texturing work that I always looked up to from Dezel's work. And I think that adds a lot of detail to this piece that I've yet to see from my quick skim on Twitter. Damn. Yeah, so I wonder how he does this. Let's see another piece. Let's see one with the. See this one with the gold inlays. Alright. This one was just sold for 32 ETH. I think that's pretty expensive for a Art Blocks playground. 32 ETH. So yeah, 0.5 for the floor, and it really kind of speaks highly of the artist more than anything else. So it's clear that there's some noise functioning that's happening here. This could be a leveraging of the Poison distribution, but in a very fun way. It gives me that kind of effect. Okay, does it Poison noise distribution? Is that what it's called? Keep on forgetting. Yeah, it does remind me a little bit of this kind of noising effect, if that's correct in any way. These kind of texture strokes, but there seems to be some more there's something else that's at play here. It's just creating a really atmospheric effect. If I had the time, I probably actually would just dive into his code and particularly try to figure out what he's trying to do, just to learn. Yeah, so this statement here really makes me think it is a noise function that he's using, because describing a multi-dimensional generative space using coordinates mapped to that and this kind of texturing work here, like these effects are a result usually of a noise function. Of which noise or which combination of noise functions that he has applied, that's the artist's secret. Locating a unique composition lies among one of the many possible lines. So I remember chatting with you, Ash, a little earlier today about this, but he probably did curate which ones he wanted. This statement is implying almost to me that he chose specifically which coordinates that he wanted captured in his art, which is really cool. I don't think we do that enough. This kind of curative hand curation in our generative art NFT projects. So my script, Meridian Gallery. The other website, it still leaves something to be desired. Not the most big fan of it. But yeah, well, damn. Solid stuff. I do personally also own a Meridian artwork. I just kind of wanted to get one immediately after I saw it, but there's some of these are honestly breathtaking. And how I feel like generative art sometimes has a hard time invoking and depth, invoking three-dimensional space in a way that's not just, oh, this is a 3D rendering. It can invoke distance, you standing on a mountain and looking down at a scenery. That kind of distance, that majesty of that space is very hard to capture with coded art. And I think this is probably as close as it gets to creating something that has some of that spirit, which I can tell you is incredibly hard. Yeah, I probably have to move some assets around because I would love to collect a few more, but I think even better is if we can uh, learn from this, and hopefully create a future piece that is inspired by this, but obviously using our own creative flares. Have I seen the mountain ones? I think they're all quite mountainous, but I think you're referring to pieces like this specifically. Um, they're pretty. They're honestly amazing. But that does you can kind of already see right from his previous work on art blocks, like you can almost see his frame of mind kind of flow between his artworks. I believe the first one was a curated subscapes. So they're all mountainous, and I want to say that this noise function is either similar or a derivation of the same noise function that you're seeing with this, right? You're seeing brushstrokes as well, but these brushstrokes are so short, but in this case, are a lot longer, right? They almost feel like this is like a Copic marker, and this is like almost like a like a fine tip Sharpie that we're seeing. So it's like similar but different, and you can almost see how Meridian could almost have been a continuation of his experiment with subscapes. And I think that's the fun part of generative art is from a glimpse these two may look different, but I think to the artist there's a lot of things that was actually just a step further on his explorations visually, because yeah, like because you can see kind of some of the patterns that you're seeing, but it's also I think what makes a great artist, above a normal artist is being able to use very simple tools, which is a noise function, but able to create some very, very beautiful pieces. I don't think it's a matter of like finding the craziest cool fractal math. It's I think a lot about how do you execute on the generative art, on the functions that you're being given, and how do you translate that to art. I think that's where Matt Dezel really shines. And we hope that our work invokes some of this energy, but I do know personally there's so much I have to learn to get close to this. But yeah, if you guys have any other art block pieces that you want me to kind of give a look at, try to guess at what's actually happening behind the scenes, let me know. I'm happy to kind of take a little break from working at Publico and chat about that. But I just really liked Matt Dezel's work, and I haven't had time till now to kind of sit down and break down what he's doing really in his artworks on art blocks. But yeah, today we're going to be working on Public Piano, so I'm just going to click on it on the live site for the folks that don't really know what a Public Piano is. This project's really been inspired. This one's. Is there links that they're not allowing me to see? Allowing me to see Ross? I don't see any implications here of what link what you're referring to, Ross. But yeah, yeah. So Apollo Piano, it's all about not owning a static NFT. It's about what if you only own, for lack of a better word, what if you own almost a seat to the table, a seat in the like the audience to observe this artist creating, almost like a theater. So token ID 0 gets to dictate, is this NFT a generative art? Is this NFT, a three-dimensional work, kind of like, what Beeple does, right? So it's just kind of just a play on what an NFT is, right? And we actually intentionally limited it down to 64 because we would like folks that do artworks in a more traditional sense, in a non-coding sense, be able to become another artist. So yeah, so we're just kind of excited about what this kind of experiment can imply, but in part, this also, I guess, is very experimental, and that's why we're kind of taking a lot more of a lighthearted touch to like, we really don't have the intention to make a penny out of this project. Um, but yeah, so I know a lot of folks have been poking at me and DMing us about, okay, I would love to get one of these. How do I acquire one? I think I meet one of these requirements for the DMU right now. Since there's just some work to be done, you know, I haven't been responding to many of these requests, just because of trying to be fair, for lack of a better word, trying to be fair about the sequencing of this. But I do think that there would be a chance where there's maybe a lot more folks that qualify than the 64. And we're not going to create a gas war with this. I really, we don't have an intent to say at 9 p.m. tomorrow we're gonna drop this all. Good luck, have fun. We're really gonna just do this, I guess the old-fashioned way, for lack of better words, is DM us, drop it. So we're probably gonna do this first come first serve, and prioritize you based off of the list here. It's the stack rank here. So if you own a complete London set, you're pretty much top on the line of getting a public piano NFT. If you own a unique name, you're next. If you own 4 verified hash, which is I think very hard to acquire, you're next. And if you don't have that, then you can own a good amount of London, and you're also qualified. But if somehow there's 64 London gift tile set holders, complete tile set holders, then those 64 will get get the public piano over the other ones. I think that's probably because I think this is probably the most difficult, capital intensive, I guess, requirement to get to. So I hope that thought of it. I'm open to different ideas, but I hopefully that there's a most accommodating thought process around it. Yeah. So let's kind of work on the art today. It's kind of feel like just kind of in the mood to work on the art. Yeah, so because I would effectively be the first owner of token ID 0. I guess I'm the first person playing the piano, and you guys will be the first folks sitting at the theater. So yeah, so I'm kind of having some fun and making something that I wouldn't usually make, but now because it's such a small supply, I get to. So I'm making these kind of very minimalistic graphical pieces that is very, very brutalistic. But they're all kind of anecdotes about the NFT space, like either statements about it or critique or commentary. Just thought it would be fun. I really had a lot of fun making the unique names for London Gift, so I thought I would kind of want to do that more here. So you can see like PFP is better than a verified checkmark. This one, IPFS metadata is not permanent because it truthfully isn't. But yeah, I just had a lot of fun building these very, very simple forums. And you see this would be token ID 6, token ID 7. I may even jumble these just so you guys don't game it. ETH's King, they're just fun commentary / just artworks about crypto culture that is very minimal. And I just, I've been having a lot of fun making them. I am running a little bit out of ideas, so this is why I'm also live streaming, hoping you guys have tweets almost that you want to see captured as a visual art, or like these abstract pieces here. But yeah, like this is kind of what we're working on. I'll be kind of I'm going to be filling out a few more of these squares all the way up to 63, and I'm gonna hopefully get these as the very first batch of a public piano. And one of the cool things about a public piano is, say if I give this token ID 0 to another artist, he or she doesn't have to fill out all the rest. He can actually just say, hey, I just want to change 26, 27, 28. I only want to change these 6 or these 8, these 2, or just this one, right? And as they change it, you know, after a few artists kind of goes through this process, you can imagine this is much more of a medley of a lot of artists than this, you know, a singular artist's creation. I think that's part of the fun of Publico and a part of the fun of Public Piano. So if you guys know of any artists or you guys are an artist yourself, DM us. We would love to chat with you. Maybe have you as one of the first artists that we transfer Token ID 0 to, and kind of say, hey, you take the reins and have some fun, build art with this NFT. But yeah, so we're on number Token ID 26. Kind of think of some ideas. I'm probably gonna hop on Twitter and kind of just you know, see what people are talking about in the cryptoverse, see if there's any commentary that we can make a fun piece on. I do want to do one in Gas Wars, but I don't know what I should do. I don't have a Gas War piece just yet. Is the music too loud, guys? I genuinely don't know. DM us if you want to be Token ID 0. The lady from Melbourne playing piano. You gotta be a little bit more specific. I've watched a few public piano videos to kind of get some more inspiration. Man, what a name. Alright, who's a good influencer we should kind of stalk a little bit to get some ideas? Should we just go to Matt? Oh shoot, wrong one. Matt Dezel, see what the heck is happening. Not Matt Dezel, sorry. DCL, yeah, that dude. See what he's saying. What is this trying to say? I had to find a lo-fi a channel that wouldn't get me copyright striked. Maybe the only one who, after like skimming through a lot of these influencers, that spending 24/7 in the NFT space, kind of find some of what they say are very, very redundant. Natalie Chang. I'm probably gonna look that up after. See what's it all about. Well, I'm probably really getting a lot of ideas from him. Just kind of play with some ideas, see what we want to think about. Stateful Works NFT, I believe that's like Trent. I just know him by ZNS, Trent. He's in our Discord. I've chatted with him a little bit. Yeah, it's definitely kind of on the table. We definitely had a lot of conversations about sharing the love. He loves Hash. We love his work with Stateful, and especially donating to the folks that, you know, drafted that spec. Yeah, I'm literally gonna have to go on 8. I'm gonna go on 8 father and just see what he's tweeting about. I kind of just like this on Vibe and Digital. How do we represent that? I just like that. How do we represent this in abstract form? How would we do that? Vibe and Digital. I mean, like do some kind of like a nightclub for some reasons. It's like these forms are so simple. Like, how are you gonna capture the energy? I may have to come back to this, but I like this Vibe and Digital quote from him. Slap a big to-do here. Figure it out. I just like where it's going. I don't really know what form we're gonna do, what visual form we're gonna do for this. What is the EIP 3675? Is that the merge? 5. Yep, so that's the merge. Yes. Well, correction is the London DAO will support a project, and when the London DAO support it, you know, probably needs the backing and engineering horsepower of the studio. But it is towards the interest of the DAO to create something for all these amazing historic events. That's happening, right? So yes, that's kind of something that we're really interesting to do. We don't have a lot of ideas, I think, yet. But if you guys do, this is your time to kind of get them to us. So let's just do a little half cut here. See if this idea works. I'm not too big of a fan. And also, I'm not the foremost expert of using Figma, so let's just have that. I don't like where this is going. Just the idea that, you know, kind of like the loop project, you can rederive NFTs. I kind of like the idea that every NFT is, in fact, a work in progress. So we can grow these projects in different ways. So, and that captures it. It's a really nice, simple piece. Let's see what else. What else? But we're like talking here just like dumb, simple visuals. We're not pushing the needle here when it comes to I think that's a good idea. Maybe do something about right click and save. I like that idea. So I'm gonna draw a cursor. Oh, are we going to do a cursor pen tool? How does one do an isosceles triangle? Freaking God. Kind of want to make an arrow. That's what we're trying to do. Let me see if I can pull this off with a square. Man. What? How do we get to halfway? Oh my god. Should I just like steal this form from somewhere? Okay, make square. That's what we're getting at. Okay. Resident Figma. Okay. Delete point. And then... Oh, wait, yeah, I guess that gets you isosceles. So now we have to recomplete the form. How do you build? Pen tool? What do we do here? There's no fill. Alright, I'm gonna do this the dumbass way. Wait, this is actually kind of what we want. And then... Alright, we need to kind of shape this form. Let's first rotate it correctly. Nope. 90. Nope. 135. Okay. We're getting... God, how do we break the scale? I feel like, Ash, if you just want to hop on the Figma and do it yourself, you probably have a much better chance with this. Because I am too dumb with stuff like this. Okay, I'm gonna try this again. Man, why is it so hard to create? I just want to. I'm gonna cheat on this. Community? Explore. Just want Figma itself. What does do it? Just need a cursor. I'm gonna try to do these relatively often, depending on time, obviously. But yeah, it would be good to, you know, sit here pretty laid back, just work. Let's see if material design has what we want. Are you... Okay, he's on here. Alright, I'm gonna have Ash work his magic for not gonna make it. That's a good idea. Thank you, Chris. I think now you are truly part of this all. We just want to, I feel like having a cursor and like a white box kind of shows like a, he left clicked, I think would be cool. What else can we do? You guys have any more ideas as to what you want to see happen? I want to do something with the ERC 721 standard. Just thinking, what can we do? Like, if you guys have any ideas on commentary or whatever, I think that's just kind of part of the love of it all. Maybe do one on DAOs. See if I can finesse the idea out. Let's fight it. Let's take these two forms. Here and here. Ooh, we could do something about hacks. We could do something about the DAO hack. How do you represent Vitalik Buterin with geometric forms? Is he a square? Is he a circle? Is he a triangle? Is he just a dodecahedron? Like what? How do you represent that guy? That eccentric, but no, amazing character. God, let's get the grid. Let's get the grid. Good enough. Maybe we should rotate this group. Flip. Nope. I don't like, I kind of just, for some reason, just like where this is, the form of this with this weird white circle. Just purely abstractly speaking, it's. I don't know what this is supposed to represent. It just looks cool. What would this represent? I've accidentally created something alike, and now I don't know what it means. Ah, okay. I mean, that's a good problem to have with the to-do here too. Alright, let's try something else. Alright, hack, DAO hack. That is a recursive attack. So let's see, we're gonna do something fun. Let's use a stroke it white, and let's give it a 0.5 bump. So this is rotation 15 degrees. So I'm gonna shrink it to haha, like that. Ash, sweep that floor. I don't know where I'm going with this. Doesn't really exactly represent the DAO hack and how the funds were drained. I'd love to do a rug pull one actually. Now that I think about it. These are not precise maths here that we're. So how do we? I'm trying to think. When we do this, take a specific stroke, and then this is what. Nope. Let's think this out. How can we make this? Oh, that's actually really good. Oh, actually, that works. I love how we're designing the form and then reconciling what it actually is. I like it. Take control. Alright, well, we're gonna try this DAO hack again. We'll keep on trying to make forms that they don't actually end up being what we want. I feel like the rug pull's a little easier. Is it easier? Yeah, let's try the rug pull. I mean, what kind of rug do we? What kind of rug pull do we want? Are we talking here? Any artisan rug maker will tell you of all the kinds of rug pulls you can perform in the crypto space. That represent a automatic market maker with 2 pools. Let's see. Honestly, let's see what it is. Increase it. White. Drop 2. Does need some more forms to make this just very abstract form, very. Because I'm trying to think of like this is like an AMM, and then one side of it is like a false construct where this is like ETH or something. And this is all that, whatever that rug pull targeted token is, and maybe a certain anonymous group of folks have dumped on it. Just think there's a little bit more we can do on just the symbology here to feel symbolic enough. I'm gonna want to come back to this. Let's try this. Alright. Wait. Oh, wait. Yeah, I was thinking about having a drain. I think that's actually why it's so hard. Okay, so let me try this. Yeah, drain maybe not a bad idea. It's just how do you represent drain in a still piece like that? It's a small circle. Let's do a subtraction here. Just color it black. Whatever. It's good. Disappearing. Oh, you know what? Just you know what? Okay. Bill. I wouldn't say this is perfect, but I don't just like the depth. It's great. Ask for it. World's not perfect. Let's see what else. Once I start running out of ideas, I may shift back to coding. And see how this goes. Yeah. Let's see. Alright. Cool. Alright, let's continue. Hmm. Hmm. We kind of have one for DUR, do your own research. I think it's this one. I think symbology wise, is pretty cool. We will not animate these. That's kind of beyond my time budget slash abilities. Mostly, I'm not a capable animator in any way. Motion artist. We're gonna keep it realistic and very simple. We can do one on phishing attacks. I also want to do one on the 2.5%. Oh, we should do a good morning one. Oh, I'm actually not. We should do a good morning one. Alright, we're gonna do a good morning one. Alright. Good morning. Good idea. How did I forget? Subtract. Can we? Okay. What do you mean by odd governance? Is there anything specific that we want to talk about with them via commentary? Ooh, this is getting massive. Nope, I'm not doing that. Maybe we drop the opacity here for this one recording. Not like it white. Let's see, cut a line across. Where's the line? Oh. Stroke 4. That looks better without the line. Line, no line, guys. No line, I think no line. I'm trying to get like a sunrise. Should be bookcase. I'm trying to get a sunrise that's made out of circles just to kind of keep the visual forms that we're trying to do. Some work in progress here, but we'll keep it there. The idea is there. Yeah, we're like talking like if you're like looking at a public sign, you know, road sign, we're taking that kind of minimalism, but then turning it up even higher of a notch. With the kind of minimalism, we're really using basic forms here. I kind of like that basic kind of visual identity. It communicates, you know, I think well enough. Gosh, there's so many ideas that you guys are throwing in. It's escaping my head right now. There was something that I wanted to do, but then I switched it to good morning. Oh. I got one. I got something we should do. I could use selling. What do you mean by it? Do I need to have some context with Og? Because I haven't, frankly, since my NFT days. I don't follow DeFi as close as I should. 20? 10, right? And I'm certain if you guys are Figma guys, there probably is a way faster way to do this. But okay. Okay. Hit these. I think once I finish this, you guys will kind of know what I'm saying. What statement I'm making. I think it would be fun. Subtract. Okay. Cool. Yeah, let's shrink this a bit. Center. So we should actually still keep 2 here. Okay. That's not the right font. Where is it? We actually do have one for Ledger. Let me show that to you right after I'm done with this. I think all of you guys know what I'm implying here. Keep a 5% fee. Gosh darn OpenSea. So hardware ledger, I have this one, which is very simple, protect your generational wealth. Kind of ambiguous, but I kind of like the ambiguousness of it. Yeah, this one's poking the tiger. And we got a Defender's evil side. Why is the wall off? Alright, bubble. I like that. You guys, is there any one of these guys you particularly want elected by yourself? Anything that's standing out to you guys? Let's do a little line. We can do a pump and dump. Why not? That's really hitting the heart of crypto culture. How do you? Oh, line strokes, stroke style, angular? No. Maybe we. Trying to think of how do we try this. I don't know if it works. So yeah, I do have a background that is much more in the. I went to school for computer sciences, but as younger, I did take a lot of art classes. Did my share of 2D, learning 2D design and compositional works. It's not perfect, but we'll keep it. Yeah, that's good enough. I'm gonna assume we can delete that. Hopefully it's nothing too important. Pump and dump. Okay. How does one do? Let's do pump and dump. Wait, I like that. At this point, I should just have you, Chris, listed as a secondary artist, producer, of the, about these NFTs. I think you've been contributing a lot already. Yeah, I want to do one in gas fees. I want to do one in gas wars. I'm trying to think of what the visual form is for that. So let's see if we can actually remix this one. Okay, so instead of circle, let's do square. See that? Yep. Shit. Where are you? What? Take control? What are you implying? I don't think this is good enough. Should you? It's not perfect. I wouldn't say a lot of these are. Whale. Let's see what we can do with whale. Cut that one. We'll come back to that. It's some pretty good progress. We have this one still in to do. So we're like at 40, probably 2/3, almost 2/3 away there. Ooh, a permanent loss. And how do we communicate that? This is not going to be a great way to communicate it, but we're going to try this out. It just loops down. We'd have to do something about it. Like some of these are like, I think like some of those very polite. I'm just looking at Good Morning and like it's really growing on me. Yeah, I personally would love to have this one. Some of them are, you know, I think needs some more work, but this is a life of art. I'm gonna, damn, it's just I don't really think this is the way to get the idea across. Thanks for the love. We're hoping to do this more. It's just for us. It's a great way for us to kind of just be very laid back, build things that we just kind of want to build. It's kind of the if you like that's kind of the vibe internally as a studio. Is just we just have a fun time shipping fun things that I think a lot of us want to see happen. Oh, just one spell impermanent. Oh, now look this up. Lost. That sounds right. Okay, well, that's good to me. Yeah, I mean, if you guys love what you guys are doing, next time bring your friends over. Let's all have some fun. Build Publico, probably even build Burn on stream, build London on stream. Yeah, just generate some good vibes. You know, sometimes the crypto space can be all about money and earning money. Ooh, ultrasound. How do we do ultrasound? How do we represent deflation? I think it out loud. This is gonna be a really bad one, but let's see if this does it. I think I've seen something like that soon. They're really going off with ideas today. This is really testing the limits of my ability to operate Illustrator style software. I am not the foremost person on this. I'm 100% certain there's a better way to do this. Apple H. Nope, wrong zone. Oh, what did I just click? Oh, I just hit mother. Man, this is not a way I want to do this, but. That's alright. Some of these are seriously a stretch. Maybe you don't need a second bird. Some of these symbology-wise, it's not perfect. Ash, do you know how to make a sine wave? I would think a sine wave here would be cool. It's like Vibe and Digital, it's like almost like a wave form. We can pull that off. That would be great for this one. It's kind of like giving Ash all the things I can't do. In it for a tech. That sounds good. We're gonna do these last two and then probably shift a little bit to slinging some code. How long have we been going? For about an hour? Yeah, let's just sling some code and then we'll call it a day. Answer some of your questions, maybe about London, about the token, about the future of the studio, about the roadmap, any of the announcements that were confusing. Call it like a very informal town hall. in the future, we'll also do live streams where like you get to see us build the generative art live, right? Like how we're thinking out loud about translating ideas into visual form. Hopefully that's gonna be very fun. And yeah, so this is not gonna be a good illustration. Let's get this. Let's get this square. Trying to make this look like it's like a keyboard mice, but it doesn't look as much like a keyboard mice as I thought it would. I do a little half circle here. See if that helps. Subtract white. You know what? It's good enough. Kind of gets the idea across. In a project. Kind of looks techy. I don't know. Plugging things in. Alright, let's do. Maybe one that'll be cool. That it's just like all the 30 unique names together. Oh, sweet. My man. That's awesome. Yeah, that gets the energy, I think. Vivid digital. I like the color. I think that adds some. It'll be cool if the line is actually a gradient. Kind of like what we got going on here. And that kind of gives it more vibing energy. Alright, let's see. What's the last one for today? There was a lot of ideas before that people brought up. And trying to think of if we can still do them. Farming. Yield farming. Security yield farming. Oh my god, Chris, you're just spitting ideas, Jay. But we don't actually have the right click to save button, so let's see if we can do that again. Try that. Let's see. Oh man. What is this? Oh, is this a vector? Dang it, it's an image. What did I click into? What is this? No, that's not what we want. Cursors, cursors. Okay, that looks good. We just need to kind of modify it a little bit. Where are we? Index. I think a lot of you guys will be surprised that when we build our front ends and websites, we sometimes actually, well, for some of the more complex things, we do in fact, I guess, use Figma and stuff like this to design it. But in some circumstances, if not most, when you know, we actually design while we code. So I guess you're gonna see a little bit of that today. So if I right click on something in real life, what happens? So it's on the that stroke. get one of these forms. Let's get the circle. Let's get the circles. Put it behind. Do fill that, do black. Where's mice? Man, this does not want to be centered. Nope. That's too low. Maybe I'll shrink this a bit. Oh, that's fine. Looks good to me. Yeah, it's centered. I think it's visually balanced enough with the text here. Wow, we actually like kind of like we did like a whole row of them today. The more do you like the idea of the moon, so I'm gonna write it right here so we can get to it. There's a lot of good ideas here, so I'm just gonna create a list. Dump, whale, DAO, DAO hack. Let's see what else. I think just a little bit more. We'll keep it at this for now. Yeah, I kind of like these, you know? Vibe and digital. I'm gonna make it ultrasound, take control, sweep that floor. Rug pull. Good morning is really good, I think. 2.5% fee. Bubble. Gas congestion. Ooh, shadow resuper. We gotta do that. Impermanent loss. In it for attack. Right click and save. Yeah, shadow resuper. It was funny we did one where it was just like a 12-word mnemonic on it on one of these. I don't know, just put a 12-word mnemonic. I don't even think I'm gonna put any money in there. It would be funny if we put a mnemonic as one of these and just say, you know what, here's a public wallet everybody can access. Think about that. Something to jam on. But cool. Yeah, I'm kind of pretty happy with these. I'm gonna probably get going on these as well later. But I do kind of want to slim a little bit of code today on the front end side. I do at large is already kind of written for public piano, so kind of gonna pull up VS Code. Yeah, for the engineering folks out there, I'm certain you guys have opinions about how we do things here. And like, to be frank, we have our reasons how we build things here. But I digress. So we're not gonna spend too much time coding today. It's already running for a while. Probably just kind of lay out some of the work that we want to do. So yeah, so this is the fall. Right. Marcel dev. Let's get to the local variant of the website. 3,000. Oh shoot. Alright guys, it's coding bootcamp. I'm going to teach you guys how to make NFTs today. Before you do that though, please send ETH to this wallet. Thank you. Isn't that how live stream scans on YouTube only? Okay. Public piano. So we have a lot of things we already laid out a lot of code. Alright, what is this? Let's uncomment out. This is subject change. Actually released. Okay. Okay, so I know. Okay, so this makes sense. History and master data chain. We need that. Current owner of token ID 0. Oh, okay, so that's all that information's here. Commented out. We do, it's all hard coded right now, so we need to plug it in. We're gonna have slap components today. We're not gonna do too much data break. That's very boring. So yeah, I guess do need that. Current amount left. Qualify. Yeah, when it's released because we need that. So instead of coming soon, find a collection here. Alright, so I think so between here we need to have like a gallery. Yes, let's slap together gallery. Gallery container. Stop. Can't wait to see Ash tear apart my correlator. I'm gonna make it a square. 3 gap, 312 pixels. I think we need anything else. Maybe let's do 3. Current minute, okay. Got this here. Find it real scrappy. Oh, okay. Well, we got a little stuck there. Gallery, image. Alright. Start playing around with what we want to see visually. I'm gonna test it. Let me just drop one of these in. So we'll just drop black square. Export code. Open. Is it open? It is open. App. Public. So test it. Oh, that's a big ass black square. Do we have a bounding grid? Do we know bounds grid? Taking so much grid. Stuff me to make it very dumb. Oh, shit. Okay, so display block. Let's try. I'm gonna try down things right now. Okay, that worked. Oh, doesn't feel like it's about. Looks about right. Nice. ends. Where was it? Yeah. But let's play some numbers for now. I don't want to get the energy that we don't see. What's that? Edit. Fine, maybe gives you a rate up bill. New. Oh, this does the trick. Just I want to test what the grid would look like. This is the trick. Nope. The rate on apply. No. Stack overflows. Ah, man, never gets old. It's fast up to it. Three grid. This is kind of how I quote design things. It's like you just do it in code until I kind of like it, and I'll start hooking up stuff. It's a little too strong still. Right, let's. Okay. Pretty long grid, damn. I need a hide function. So you're not even able to get history. We need a bottom space. That'd be cool to give you a little shout out, Chris. Somewhere on the website, a little Easter egg. Bottom space here. Okay, bottom space is added. How about we give you a little shout out for all your contribution to. And then I'll just make a little bit of an Easter egg. I'll put it at 0.01 opacity. I don't like like doing anything random stuff. Man, do we see it? Do we see it? Is it there? Oh, is it there? Okay, so it is. Next to you. This little subtle thing, kind of like that little Easter egg there. Yeah, I'm a little bummed that there's this one last dangling row. What can I do about this? This dangling row is so annoying. It would just do. I feel like 4 is too small. 4 is a little too small. You can see it right here, Chris. So very, very subtle, but it's gonna be our inside joke. It's still way too small for 4. Oh, 2. 2. We had to do a load more kind of a thing. Probably do. Got that button. Do we have a button? Come on. We do not. How would it look like? Well, after making this button, we're gonna call it a day. It's getting a little warm, but the sun beating down on me. So, we're gonna call it a day. See you guys some other time. And continue working on all things crypto. Let's first get this done. Adding 8 pixels top, 12 pixels side, background. 14 degree sounds good to me. 6.5. So a little dark. He's so a little dark for my liking. Border 9. Who else? Okay, let's just see how it looks for now. We'll wire it up later. Oh, this is a great color. Oopsie daisy. Not enough padding, too big font. It's a little better. Well, we could push it a little bit more. Looks good to me. We're gonna add a little animation later. This is after darken computing. This is just us being very brutal about this. Yeah, still enough, good enough. Metadata. Probably need that. Perfect. We should have a little button here to see your collection. I'm alright with this layout right now. Not honestly this is the best I've done. But you only see the edit button if you're looking at ID0. I think that's the idea. Let's hide that. It looks clean. I think it kind of suits the art style as well. Hit a little bit more later. You can see the history of all the artists it's moved to. Or shout out here. It looks good to me. Yeah, it looks good to me. Just gotta wire this all up. Finish the art. Don't think I've deployed this NFT contract yet. No, I have not. It shouldn't be RC stuff. It should be piano. Yeah, so we haven't deployed piano yet, so I'm gonna do that off stream. But yeah, I think that's good for today's first stream. Looks like nothing too bad happened. I guess good quality of the stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully the music was good. Hopefully you guys had a lot of fun just chatting with us, chatting with me, and just all things building, you know, cool things, improve in the crypto space. We'll hopefully do this again soon, next week, maybe 2 weeks from now, who knows. We're gonna see how busy we get. Yeah, just kind of want to say thank you guys for stopping by. I'm not gonna leave the music on. Yeah, all right, see you guys in the metaverse.